Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to another live stream with me, Edward, from Gazer T, and three wonderful players who seem determined to completely derail me today. And so far they have not succeeded, but they're definitely trying.
Oh, we will. Don't worry.
Oh, for sure.
Open fantasy grounds.
Absolutely. That would also help, yes. Having your character in Fantasy Grounds would definitely help. So yes, thank you for joining us this evening. I'm afraid, as I said, we have three players with us today because unfortunately Jeff, who from the Twitch channel Alhendrin, who plays Luinal, a quite chaotic but not as chaotic as his other character, Fairy, is unfortunately otherwise engaged today, as well as Crunchy, who plays our slightly neurotic dwarf. Once again, dwarf warlock. They're both unfortunately otherwise engaged today, so not able to join us. Before we get on to the introductions of our characters, a couple of announcements. Next week there will be no streams, no whatsoever. No streams next week because I will be in Manchester for the entire week, and it's going to be a bit difficult to actually try and stream while doing other bits and pieces in Manchester. So there'll be no streams next week. But for the week after that, we should hopefully be back to a normal schedule with no sort of like hiccups in terms of streaming and all that kind of stuff. So from the week after onwards, we'll be back to something normal. The figures that you can see dotted around the screen and probably down here underneath me at various points have all been made in Heroforge, so many thanks to them for allowing us to be able to use their figures within our stream today. The virtual tabletop of choice that we use is Fantasy Grounds Unity, as Marius was just talking about very recently. It is our virtual tabletop of choice for this game. And the music that you can hear going on in the background, which you'll also see listed in the chat here, has been done by Sirenscape, tabletopaudio.com, Aeon Grimm, FelicianStudios.com, and Alexander Nakarada from Serpent Start Studios. So we thank all those people very deeply for allowing us to have music that is copyright free. So many thanks to them for all that. There was something else that I was going to talk about, but my brain has suddenly decided to completely forget what it was, so it'll come back to me at some point. So we're going to just dive in. We're going to dive into the introduction of our players' characters, starting with Marius, because we talked about him previously, playing our wonderful tiefling rogue potential bard. Sam, how are you doing, sir? And please tell us a little bit about Sam for us.
Well, Sam is, as our wonderful gem already said, a tiefling rogue who's planning on multiclassing into bard. He's not a really good bard, but he plans to be better. And he is not really stoked about the fact that we have 3 leads for an adventure, and 2 of them lead them to cities where he will be killed on sight if he enters. So, maybe not that hard, but I need to be careful on where to go. Also, I have a lore question. Is a dwarf warlock a dwarf lock or a mini lock?
Beside him, we have Eric, who plays another tiefling in the form of Darakir. And Darakir is a very interesting character. How are you doing, Eric? And please do tell us a little bit about Darakir for us.
Well, I'm fine. I'm not really in my role yet because I still have a smile on my face. And Derek here so far isn't known to be the smiling character.
This is very true.
I think it's the second time, last time that you actually got me playing this character, where he proved himself to be, well, let's say, interested in the College of Mages and their doings, but not as well skilled in the art of deception. Deception, well, yes. Not as well skilled in the art of stealth and let's say sleight of hands. Let's say the more subtle ways to get things done.
He gets things done in his own way.
Yes,
in his
special
own way. He's very much special in that regard, and we'll find out about that in the recap that will be happening very shortly.
And I was hoping to receive some information about the letters that I found, which
Letter?
you would send me in the office.
Yes, my apologies. I did not send that to you. I will send that to you later on. They are in terms of letters. They are pretty generic, but they are. Yeah, there was. You would have to take some time in order to read through them. Basically, is all I'm saying. There is nothing particularly of note at this present moment I can tell you, but I will give you more information later in regards to that. So my apologies for forgetting to send you that information during the week.
So last time, to finish my introduction, he finished off the College of Mages in the town we are in right now, literally, and he decided to leave the bodies in the sewers back to the warehouse where he came from, whilst then running back to the College of Mages warehouse and exiting as the tiefling he is,
Of course.
and going towards the point where they would meet.
Indeed, he did. And below him, we have Chad, who
The
plays
owner
Kyrus.
of that warehouse.
Who plays Kyrus, who is at this present moment at least renter of said warehouse. So we're going to see how well that turns out if something is found. We don't know.
Yes.
Please do tell us a bit.
Ruin my warehouse.
Please do tell us a little bit more about Kyrus for us, Chad.
You mean Kyrus Bloodsail, the Sanguine Shadow? You want to know more about him?
I do. Well, I don't really, because I know all about it. But please do tell us. Let our audience know.
Nice.
And we don't give a fuck, so.
Wow.
Oh, you're on form today.
Eric over there. Yes, Kyrus is a former pirate by profession, still pirate by nature, who was stranded on some shore of the hegemony of Fall. Hegemony of Fall. How do you say it anyway?
I believe it's hegemony, but that's me.
And he ended up finding his way to this lovely little town that they are currently in, and has since been making lots of friends. Some friends and some people, just pissing them off because of promises that have potentially been broken from points of view, we'll say. And he's just a honest working guy trying to make his way in this world. That's all he's trying to do here.
Honest working guy. Yeah, that's definitely what he is.
On the plus side with him, he does have effectively a almost adopted child, potentially, a little halfling girl that he had saved and has been keeping an eye on, making sure that she's gonna grow up big and strong, and is about to try and help her find her parents.
This is true. So we're going to see how well that turns out today. I now do actually remember what it was I wanted to talk about, and that was for those of you in the chat. There is something you can use your channel points for. You'll see under the channel points that you can award inspirations, rerolls, and insight checks to any and all of our players, including me. So if there's anything that you would like me to reroll, it can be done. Rerolls only happen once though, and a reroll cannot be re-rolled, as it were. Otherwise, we'll just have snowballing rerolls and be here forever. So you can always award those to any of my players or to me, as much as you want, as well as the inspirations, which can be awarded to my players. And the inspiration I use in an additional fashion to how it's normally used in the player's handbook, and that is my players can, if they wish, petition me using their inspiration in order to be able to do something that they would probably not normally be able to do using their token. However, I do still reserve the right to say no. But if it can be done in a role-playing matter, I might allow it. Going on, just to, as I previously mentioned before, we are missing a Crunchy who plays Braun, our quite neurotic Braun dwarf warlock, and they are at this present moment, at least the character is busy becoming a business owner. At least that's what it seems to be. And Luinal, our fairy druid, who is trying to learn about the world and solve a few problems and cause some chaos as it happens. Certainly the rumour that he started with Dorothean Nose definitely has started something in the world of Archwall. In the world of Manatar, shall we say.
That was the best.
And talking of that, let's dive into our session today. Last time we saw our various players, our tiefling rogue in the form of Sam and his friend, for want of a better word, rogue Kyrus, had decided to see off or do something with a person who had been set to keep an eye on them. After a little bit of discussion, they were sent on their way, and then Sam Kyrus and Luinil, Sam Kyrus decided to go and try and find Luinil in order to go off and search the mansion that once belonged to Evan Dane / William Lewis, possibly in order to find some deeds or documents with the details of William Lewis and or Evan Dane as to the ownership of said mansion. While they were there, they actually did manage to find some documents, and some quite suspicious documents. They were, at first glance, various bills associated with the construction of said mansion, but once a little bit of investigation and a little bit of sort of examination of these documents, it was found that there were things that didn't quite add up right. After a short amount of time with them, Luinil, who is an extremely intelligent being in terms of this, at least from what it seems to be, was able to work out that these various pieces of information were actually a date when combined together across all said 10 documents. In addition to that, there was also some I forget what it was, but there was a few other things found in the mansion, but those documents were the most important and most interesting of the amount. While this was all happening, Derek here had gone off and done a bit of a scouting mission of his own of the College of Mages warehouse. He managed to find a way in, and as previously stated, Derek here is not the most sneakiest or subtlest of creatures when it comes to finding their way around buildings. So found their way into the College of Mages warehouse from underneath a grate that was previously opened and closed by another character which we had quite a long time ago on the show. Unfortunately, due to his non-sneaky nature, he was of course discovered by the guards of said warehouse. Derek here is quite the deceptive one though, and managed to persuade or at least intimidate one of the guards to give him a little bit of access and just leave him alone for a bit in order to go off and do some searching of his own. What he was looking for, unfortunately, he did not find. However, that did give him the opportunity to intimidate and actually eventually kill said guards, leaving the guards' bodies as Eric has previously described at the end, underneath the grate in the previous warehouse where he found access to the College of Mages warehouse. Lots of warehouses here. And then left in the most nonchalant fashion a tiefling could be, out the front door, locking the door, and went on his merry way. So we're going to start today's session with Sam, Kyrus, and Luinil. You have found all the bits and pieces that you have that you wanted to find, at least for now, within the mansion. Where are you going now?
So Sam, let's. How much money do you have?
How much money do you have?
Well, I've got a little stacked away. I've got some that'll be enough to help us get going. I'm only asking because there's a lot of things here that are fairly valuable, but I don't want to take a lot. But I'm thinking we could take some of the stuff from here and go and try to sell it.
I may know somebody who can sell, who would buy jewelry I have to sell. I may have sold some through it already.
All right.
It's an illegal buyer, so it's even cheaper.
You know, Luinil, Sam, we three definitely make a good team. We should make a solid partnership right here. What do you say?
I say that's a pretty good idea.
What do you think, Sam?
What do you mean when you say solid partnership?
Well, working together as a team, we do as many different jobs as we can together to get the most that we can for fame and fortune, as it were. And in as which, being a team, some things that we find and potentially able to sell, we can put in and divide evenly amongst the group if we work together. It can be very, very advantageous to each of us.
Two conditions. Everybody has one vote. Everybody targets have to be unanimous. That's my conditions.
One more time. Targets have to be unanimous, and what was the other?
Everybody has one vote.
One
for our
vote?
stuff. Yeah.
All right.
But what about what's his name?
Braun?
Yes. What about Braun?
He's a nice guy, but he's not cut out for his line of work. Let's say it like that.
Well, I don't know actually. He's from what I've seen of him, he seems to be quite capable.
He is quite capable. I agree with
A bit
you.
weird, but yeah, he seems to be quite capable.
And I do agree with you. There are some business that we might attend to that he is not quite suited for. But having someone of his ilk within our party would be quite advantageous. I mean, the things that he can build and make and mend, I mean, that's in and of itself is just amazing.
That's right.
So I was going to offer it to him later on. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe you or Sam should make the presentation or offer to him. I don't know how well he'd be willing to accept it from myself.
I think you would be better at this, Sam. You see, you and Braun seem to be a bit more able to talk.
Chummy.
Yeah, I suppose.
Maybe we'll have then to work out more ground rules of this relationship if you want to include more people than ourselves and more people of the innocent kind like Braun.
Right. Some of the things though that we intend to do, like for example, going to find the little halfling girl's parents.
Just to clarify this, you are having discussion on the way back to the city?
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet. Okay,
yes.
You're still in the mansion. All right.
Yes, and reason being for this is, as we're talking here, I also throw out there to find some of the because we were searching through this place. I don't want to sell the silverware, but I think there's like some of the candelabras and some of that type of stuff. If there's some other things that are valuable that we don't necessarily have to have right now. That we can
This you mean stuff that isn't nailed down or too heavy to lift?
Almost, yeah.
There's quite a few bits and pieces around here. This is true.
Okay.
In terms of not too heavy, there are the suits of armor that are in the foyer, which you could try and transport some. There is of course the candelabras and the candle holders, which are dotted around the dining room and the dance hall, as well as some very voluptuous chairs, but it might look a bit odd for you to be walking through the streets with chairs.
The candelabras, are they solid silver or?
Do you know about metals?
Of course, I know metals. I mean, come on, I'm a pirate. I know anything valuable.
Sure, I'll let you know. I'll let your pirate senses help you with this one. Yes, these are indeed silver.
Perfect. What I can imagine, maybe 30 to 50 silver apiece.
You'd have to negotiate. You'd have to ask.
What do you think, Sam? What do you think of the value of some of these candelabras?
Can I just guess? Well, no, wait. I don't know shit about this. I will just look a number. I will look at them.
If you would like, I can have you roll for it.
Maybe, a roll for it would be nice, yeah.
All right.
I'll help him talk about it.
You
see this right here, the fine
this
engraving?
you're not gonna. I'm afraid you're not gonna be able to help with this one because this is Sam trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Please just roll me a general intelligence check.
Oh, it's very, very not good.
And so in his turn, it's for him, it's a
Take it back.
private intelligence check.
Yeah, for him it's a private intelligence. But Sam, you would know that, well, from that, certainly solid silver candelabras or solid silver anything usually is dependent upon the quality and weight of said silver. Your eye is not that trained in, I'm going to say, in terms of these sorts of treasures, but certainly by the weight of them, it's going to fetch a few gold.
It's worth a few gold.
Perfect.
That's just one of them, of course.
We could probably about how many do you think we each could take?
Well, if we try to sell off 4 or 5 of them, it could look like we were just robbing this place and trying to dump our mother load on the store. So I wouldn't sell more than 2, to be honest. Or we have to go through a fence, and I don't have contacts to one right now.
I potentially have contact with a fence. I can go and check with the Temple of Noxombra.
Just as a rule of thumb, I don't want to join the Temple of Noxombra. Just so we know before this partnership starts. Don't drag me into servitude to them.
Oh, no. Not servitude at all. But I get where you're coming from, and no, I won't ask you to join. But it can be pretty... It can generate some funds, let's put it that way, if things go well, and the person who hires you to find someone else and bring them back isn't the same person, and they die, you would get paid.
I'll survive on my own, thank you.
Yes, I see you will. All right, so I'm going to pack 3 of them away.
Okay, sure.
Perfect.
Just make a note of the fact you have 3 solid silver candelabras in your inventory right now.
Okay. How many are you taking, Sam?
All of them? Don't
You
want
to take all of them?
I'll take all of them. Fuck that shit. I'll take them.
Okay, so that's another 5. Although
wait.
The thing about these candelabras is that some of them are quite large and they're able to support 4 or 5 candles on them, whereas some of these ones are just 1 or 2 candles.
So you asked me if I want to take additional. Sorry, I misunderstood you. No, I won't take any additional. 3's enough.
Okay.
For the beginning.
All right.
We don't want to rob this house blind when we want to own it. I mean, in the end, we would have to buy new candelabras, or whatever they are called. Candle holders made out of silver.
I don't need light.
I neither, but maybe you got a point there.
Are we ready to get going?
Luinal pipes up and says, "Well, actually, I do need light."
That sounds like a you problem, I believe.
Sam, we're all friends now.
I'm
Be
sorry.
kind.
3 are enough for the beginning.
And from what I recall, our little fairy friend here, if we get hurt, is able to heal us. Don't piss off the healer.
This is true.
I would never.
All right. Well, so shall we make a move then?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Right. And the 3 of you,
ready.
3 of you head back to Archwall. Eventually, you all do gather at your previous meeting place, which was the Flying Turtle Tavern. Braun is not there right now, but you do see a very severe and brooding Derek here has cornered a table in the tavern. It's unusual, but the tavern is quite busy, except for just around his table.
He's a reverse magnet. That's awesome.
He repels instead of attracts.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I had that ability.
You do.
I can get it. I can gain it.
But yes, Derek,
Wow.
Derek, you have been busy, sort of. Well, not busy, but you have been enjoying a cup of sort of local ale. I believe that's what Derek would partake in. Feeling somewhat pleased, I imagine, in your task that you have accomplished.
What have I accomplished then?
Well, I remember some murderers, but okay. No, I walked towards Derek here and
It's just a direct question to the DM. What have I accomplished? I mean,
Well, I would say Derek here has accomplished his lifelong goal in upsetting the College of Mages, I would say.
yeah, but that was not the point of this visit. I wanted to find out information. So if you say that I have accomplished that, where is my information?
Not that. I was not referring to
accomplish
that. I was
something.
referring to the murder of your fellow tieflings.
Yeah. Okay.
That
Hey
was-
fellas, over here I reserved you a table
Ah,
and some quiet.
question. Darakir, has Darakir since cleaned or washed himself?
Yes.
Okay. I'm walking up. You
think
look.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
you go.
Go ahead.
I believe it's the first time that I actually met Derek here when Progenitus is playing him. Because I think the last few weeks when you played him, I wasn't there, you were there. Yeah.
You have met Derek here. You just haven't had a full-on conversation with Derek here, actually getting to know him. But you have
And
met him. And
Most of
last
the group hasn't yet, so
last week you did sort of get a conversation with him, but you haven't actually had a proper sit-down chat with him. And as Eric pointed
last
out,
week
most
we
of the...
didn't.
Oh, you didn't have a chat? Okay, fine.
No, because he was at the mansion and I was at the.
Oh yes, of course. Sorry. Yeah. That's right. So you've not actually had a proper sit-down chat, and who are you, person?
I would kind of look at him and try to figure out who is this guy again? What does he want? Why is he looking like he's focusing all the world's hatred into himself? I don't know.
Roll an insight check.
I roll an insight check. Not really good.
This guy is just an angry, brooding man.
He's an enigma for you.
Yep.
Okay, I will just go then and take a beer and sit down. And let these guys do the talking for the beginning.
A walk over as well. Oh, thank you, Derek here. So, you look like you're a little bit on the tired side. How you feeling?
Successful in some ways and disappointed in others.
Ah, sorry to hear that.
Yeah. I hope to get some more information than I got from where I went to.
What kind of information are you looking for? Maybe I know some.
I'm sorry, did we meet already?
Oh yeah, I'm Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Samuel Catman.
Yeah, I
you can
heard
call me
your
Sam.
name, but don't believe we ever really spoken with each other, so...
Well, I'm a friend of Kyrus and Brown and Lunel, and you seem to know them, seeing that you ordered us a table, so maybe we can get to know each other.
Seems like a good plan. I see you're a thiefling as well. Hard to miss. So, where you come from?
Nah, I'm not prepared for this question. It's the easiest question after what's your name, and I'm not prepared for it. Damn.
What's your backstory?
The south. The south of the hegemony.
Sorry?
The south of the hegemony of fall. Here and there was always a new travel on the road.
I mean, since we're both tieflings, I believe that we have kind of a same kind of knowledge of tieflings in this continent, so Derek here would know more of tieflings than just saying the south won't really do it.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
This was out of character, by the way.
Yeah, no, I got that. You would know that there are tieflings all over the hegemony. So just saying the south is like, oh yeah, thanks, but where?
Yeah,
it's not the most descriptive place.
Around Stanton.
Around Stanton.
Was always on travel.
Can you be more specific? Where were you born, or something like that? Or don't you want to be more specific? That's also a legitimate point, of course.
Sorry, I'm a little bit. I'm just sitting there and so, oh my god, he's not
putting Sam on the spot. This is actually the first time Sam and me are conversating whilst being characters. I mean,
Setting on time. I was born there, but again, I was not really living on the same place. I was traveling around a lot in that region.
So, what kind of work did you do for the mages?
Personal stuff for my master. Personal servant.
Personal servant, okay. How did you get out?
My master has some ways and plans and tasks for me. Let's keep it like that.
You know, Sam, if I recall correctly, I don't know precisely, but I remember Derek here mentioning some business with the College of Mages or past business as well. That might be something you two can bond over. In the meantime,
I'm really trying to, but he doesn't really give me anything.
I'm so afraid that it just gonna chop my head off.
What the fuck is happening here?
I don't want to be brought back into slavery.
Sam, I believe I was going to bring this up to you, Lou and Il, and Sam, and even you, Derek here. We are soon planning on taking a trip. I think we spoke with you about it, Derek, here in the past, but not Sam and you at the same time. Heading to the south. One of the things that we are planning on doing is trying to find the parents of the halfling child Malin. And if I recall correctly, where we need to go, I'm not exactly familiar with Fall, to be honest with you, but it's somewhere to the southwest, I recall. The name of the town, it's a small town. But anyway, I think, Derek here, some of your skills and talents, and he kind of glances at your armor and weapon, off to the side, could be helpful on this trip if you're interested in going.
I'm really interested in leaving here. Yes.
Excellent.
I am.
Let me let you two talk about this. I have a little bit of business I need to attend to before we leave, but it shouldn't take much more than an hour. Then I can meet you back here.
Okay. Yeah, it's. I do think my time here has come to an end, at least.
Excellent. For the time being, ours has too, I believe. So if you will.
So if you didn't find your the information you're looking for, you found a place where you can look for your information, or?
Not specifically, no.
Well, what kind of information are you looking for? Maybe I know something.
Well, we were just starting a conversation about your past.
Yes.
I mean, before I'm going to share information with you, I would like to know with whom I'm speaking, especially considering tieflings, considering that we both know the nest we came from.
Well, again, I'm Sam. Sam from Stanton, and I'm doing some things. My master has me do some what's it called?
Are you
Some of
still
his
connected
business
to your
that I
master?
cannot talk about.
Are you still connected to your master? Are you still a slave?
I am connected to my master. Are you not?
I would like
Well,
to see if I believe him.
I would
Inside-
also like to make an
inside check him,
inside
please.
check. Inside check. If he's
All right.
like,
so-
No.
wow.
Well,
Okay.
that
So
doesn't
Sam.
matter. I mean, it's up
I
to
would
him.
also make an inside check if he's like asking me, "Are you compared to your master?" And if I say no, he's gonna kill me. Or if
You
I
could,
say
yeah,
yes.
sure. Sam, you can roll an insight check on that question, but also, this is a deception check I also need from you because
Mhm.
that's not what you told me. It says your backstory, mate.
Yeah. It's not my backstory.
While they're talking,
Oh,
I'm gonna
it didn't,
head
it
out.
didn't register, but it was a 17, I believe. So
Okay,
Derek here
I'm
won.
afraid you would still have to roll it again, but yeah,
Deception. Okay.
yeah, deception check.
Really quick, while they're
Nice.
talking, Kyrus heads out, lets them go and talk. I'll let you deal with them. I have to step away for a quick moment, okay? Okay,
All right.
I'll talk. I'll be right back in a minute.
So on my question, if he is going to chop my head off if he finds out that I'm not a slave, I rolled a 10. And on my deception that I'm saying that I'm still in contact with my master, I'm still bound to him, I rolled a 20.
Okay. The question is are you still a slave? The fact that he's phrased it in that way
Mhm.
makes it it's difficult to read Derek here. It is very difficult to read Derek here, but something the way he said, in the way he asked that question, are you still a slave?
Mhm.
It just says something. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
But in terms of your deception check, are you still bound to your master? 20. Well, he seems to be telling the truth, Derek here. He seems to be pretty honest about that fact. Obviously, there's a few hesitations in what he's saying, but could just be nerves.
Maybe my master is a known asshole and I don't want to be connected with him. I don't know. Are you not bound to a master?
I'm gonna go out of character for a bit because
Mhm.
I am willing to play this out.
Same.
Are you sure?
It's really a question where are you sure, Sam?
Sorry.
Are you sure
Are
you want to play this out? Because
willing-
I know something about tieflings since I am a tiefling.
Yes.
So this can go either of two ways.
Okay.
With
Well,
the answers you are giving, you are making it terribly hard for me, but also for the group to work with you.
okay. Well, So sorry. I don't really know what you're meaning. So.
So just to try and put in context what Eric is saying, is that because Sam is being very defensive and not telling the truth, despite the way Derek is asking things. There is a chance that Derek may actually draw his sword and take your head off.
Yeah.
And he's not going to want to work with you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So there is a chance that we might have another. I would rather not have another character run off, just disappear again. But there is definitely
That
going
won't
to be
happen. That's why I said there are only two ways in this can work, wherein this can work out.
Okay.
So just to make you aware that that one of those solutions is that you two end up having a fight.
Yes.
And the other one is that I'm putting you out towards the group, that you're not to be trusted.
Yes.
So it's just that awareness of the
I'm
of the
just
current
giving
situation.
you
That's
that
all.
warning.
Yes.
No pressure. Please, no
Let me
pressure.
think,
Just let you
because-
know that this is the current situation.
Well, I think everybody in the group knows that I'm not bound to a slave. That I'm not a slave anymore.
Mhm.
Right now, especially. And he had this slave thing. So he said the word slave. Maybe I'll just hedge my bets and hope that Kyrus will stand by me if he draws a sword on me. And yeah,
Kyrus is gone now.
Kyrus is gone. Kyrus is not there anymore. It's just the two of you talking.
Then how will I do this? Well, wait. Go here. I think I'll put it all in and say.
Okay.
Oh God.
Well, do bear in mind with your insight check. While Daraki is hard to read, if you examine the questions he's asking you, are you still a slave?
Yeah.
Somebody, a tiefling who is bound to their master, would take serious offense to that and would not say they were slave. They would say, no, I'm in good service with my master. Somebody who is not in good service with the master and is no longer a slave researcher would absolutely outright refuse. No, I am not a slave. I have left, and would use that phrase. They'll use similar terminology to that.
Okay.
It's just the psychology behind that. That's all I'm saying.
And with that remark, you can also pretty clearly get out of that he's no longer bound to any master.
Yes, I will, and I will completely, say it outright. I will bound onto Derek here. Actually, I am not a slave anymore. Sorry for lying to you, but I am trying to be careful who I tell.
I mean, I figured that's why I started about it. Most tieflings are not who are bound to a master are not allowed to walk freely unless they have guard duty. And then they're specifically bound to buildings.
Well, I actually did not know that in the law world, so no,
You did not. Yeah, I've been a bit higher up the chain, so to say.
Okay,
Tiefling-wise.
Well, it worked for me so far to just say that my master has sent me on a mission that I'm not allowed to disclose any information about.
Yeah. Most people don't know how it works.
Most people are just stupid.
Yeah, definitely.
So
But we're gonna have a problem in this town. Can I confide in you?
Well, I have confided to you, so my life is on your.
I
you have
went to
control of my life
the College
anyways.
of Mages, and I was discovered by the two guards, and I killed them. Long story short.
So while Sam has a fit with trying to figure out what on earth that means, Kyrus
My head is hurting really bad right now.
pretty much. Kyrus, you've popped out for a bit. Where have you headed? Are you heading to the Noxombra Temple?
I am.
Okay.
I'm heading to the Temple of Noxombra.
Yep, no worries. Pretty short trip. You know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
As you enter, there are the usual patrons of the bar, because it is also a bar, and you can see your contacts or contact of contracts at the is busy just taking care of a customer, and as you're walking, he catches your eye, just gives you a quick nod, finishes serving the customer, and is then left free.
Okay. Is my little buddy there, the forger dude?
The forger dude. At this present moment, no, he's not.
Okay.
Neophet. He is not there right now.
Neophet? Right?
Neophet, double T.
Okay. I go up to, is it David?
Yes.
The bartender, David.
Yes.
And I say, hey, couple things for you. I need Neo, first off.
He's popped out. He said he needed to go and fetch something.
All right. When is he going to be back?
Screwed if I know. It's Neo. It's Neo. He tends to pop out and come back and just be gone for ages and then come back. I have no idea when he's going to turn up. He'd stick around for a couple of... Yeah, sorry?
I've got work for him.
Alright, I'll get one of my little birdies to go off. Find out where he is and get him come back.
Second.
He just gives a very quiet whistle under his through his teeth, and one of the urchins that you have seen running around the city of Archwall appears at his elbow. He just bends down very low, whispers in his ear, and the urchin just gives a quick nod and dashes out the door.
Beautiful. Another thing is I've got some items I wish to sell. I want to get the best price I can for it.
Alright, okay, I've got the regulars in there, nobody... Alright, go on then, show us.
I pull out the 3 candelabras.
Alright. Pulling out 3 candelabras, he gives a very low whistle under his breath as you pull them out. Picks up one of them and says, it's fine quality work, that is.
Isn't it, though?
Bit unusual design, so the dragons and all that, but it's pretty good quality, that is. I won't ask.
Good idea.
You want to flog these?
Right?
Sure, I can flog them elsewhere for you. Say 25 gold for the lot.
About 10 each.
10 each, that's what. Roll a persuasion check.
Alrighty then. Where are you, persuasion? 20.
Good craftsmanship. Maker's marks, man. He gets out a little. The spyglass examines the bottom of it. Oh, it's 20% silver. Surprised it's not corroded. Must be magical. All right then, 30. That'll do that. 30
Perfect.
gold pieces.
Perfect.
Reaches on the bar, counts up 30 gold pieces into a small little sack and hands it over to you. I'll
take the sack and shake his hand.
I'll make sure those are safely stowed away.
Excellent, excellent. I know you'll be able to get a good price for them as well.
I know. He gives you a grin. Anything else I can help you with today, Kyrus, or is it just a passing visit?
Well, outside of getting Neo, that's really about all I need right now.
Alright, well, all been well, little urchin will have found him by now. Fingers crossed. So if you give it about 5 minutes, he might be turning up. Really don't know. I don't know where he's off to. He said he needed to pop out and get something, but no idea what.
All right, I'll stick around for a couple minutes, and if not, I'm gonna head over to the. I'll stick around for a couple minutes. Let me have one of those, one of your best ale. Kind of smirks.
Yeah, he just grins at you. Aye, coming on up, and hands you pretty much just a bottle, which you know to be the. It's pretty rough. It's rough ale, but it's liquid. That's about it. That's all you can really add to that.
This is wet, and that's what I'll say for it. You really got to get some nice rum in here. You know that?
But if we did that, then we become a proper bar.
Right. Oh, and we don't want that, do we?
No.
Maybe 1 or 2 bottles just for one of your favorites.
You're not that much of a favourite yet.
I will be.
We'll see about that. Enjoy your beer.
Right. Kind of just look
And
around at everybody else for the time being while I'm waiting.
Yeah, they are the usual clientele of very obvious cutthroats, thieves, and all that kind of stuff. They basically they're sitting here either looking for work or just taking a break from something else. It doesn't take long though, because Neofet does turn up. Very, very, very soon afterwards. Now you actually see him properly. You realise he's actually quite a short man. They are very, very wiry in stature, with that sort of curly. I can't remember what I said, but a curly brown hair that he has. But yes, he is quite a sort of slight and short figure.
Excellent.
How
How are you doing?
Yeah. Oh yes. Okay. Yes. Sorry, I had to pop out for a quills. My quills had decided to break on me. Anyways, yes. What can I do for you? You wanted me to forge something for you, was it? I believe.
Yes. We is there a place we can go? It's a little bit more private.
Yeah, of course. And he just indicates further back into the bar that there's a small booth that is currently unoccupied, but very clearly designed for private conversations.
Okay. Go walk over there with him, and once we sit down, I pull out the papers and the book, the one book that we had that was showing both William Dane and handwriting and Evan Dane's handwriting and William Lewis's handwriting.
Yes. But okay. This is interesting. Interesting work. What am I to do with this?
Well, first off, can you tell me what you can discern between this handwriting here, which I point to Evan Dane's handwriting, and this handwriting here, which I point to as William Lewis's?
Interesting. Oh, quite different handwriting styles. Well, I'm not a handwriting specialist, so I just copy handwriting. I'm not really. Not my thing. One's a bit more slanted than the other.
All right, good eye. Just making sure that you know your business.
As I'm a forger. I'm not a. I don't examine Well, I do examine handwriting, but I don't know what it says about
Thank
people.
you. Well, that's also what I was looking for more is to see if you could tell a definite difference between the two of them.
Well, yes, there is. This one's Evan's, right? And he indicates the book that has his writing in it. This one's Evan's, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you notice that this writing is a little bit more florid, it's a bit more. I call it squirrely whirly, but I suppose there's an actual technical name. I'm on the actual forges, whatever. It's a bit more squirrely whirly, and it's definitely more florid and carefree. I'm gonna say.
Huh? All right.
That's the best way to describe it. It's a bit more carefree. Whereas this one is William Lewis. I think you said it was much more clear, much more straighter, much more in control.
Interesting.
That's the best way I can describe it. One's carefree, one's in control. These are the same person.
Yes, they are. They were. That person is no longer with us.
Oh, that's a shame. Well.
And this is in Ed out of above board really quick.
Yeah, sure. What's up?
Everything that we found leads to show us that the house was set up as belonging to William Lewis, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neo, I need you to set me up a will, having having left this house to me.
You okay?
The mansion I talked to you about, and I go through again where up on the hill up there.
Yeah.
that house.
I remember. Yeah. That weird place that was constructed video. Whatever. Anyways, you want to take over that place?
I do.
Okay, well that's quite easy to be honest. Yeah, I can do that for you.
Perfect.
It's gonna take a little while because I've got to draw it up.
That's all right.
I've got to get.
That's all right.
I've got to draw it up. I've got to get some official paper. It's really quite easy actually, to be honest. You don't need to know the details, but it's quite easy. I'm gonna need to get your I'm gonna need you. You're going to need to get you to sign it.
All right.
Unless you want me to forge your signature, in which case I'll just do that for you.
Well, I was gonna write. You could do that. I'm gonna write up something as well because I do have some business out of town. I believe it's probably gonna take upwards of a couple weeks to a month before I get back.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I need this taken care of as soon as possible, and maybe you could help me. I want to write a letter on my behalf stating that I acknowledge and accept this inheritance of the will, and then if you or someone else could have that delivered to the proper authorities to make it start going into process.
Yeah, okay. We can do that.
How much for the forgery? Did you say
for the forgery?
Yes, perfect.
Just for the forgery. That would be paper. The paper's gonna take a little while. Services rendered. We'll call it 25 gold pieces.
25 gold pieces. All right.
And that'll and what that is, expenses paid. I need to make the will. Obviously, you've got to draw it up completely, get the paper, do all the stuff, and actually do the actual time as well. So you're looking at about 25 gold pieces.
All right. If I hand over 40 gold pieces, is that going to be enough to get everything done I've just asked for?
Oh yeah, that's going to be enough.
Perfect. Now I'm trusting you, Neo. I can take your trust, yes?
Oh yeah, you can take my trust. Scout's on it. Or Dog Sombra's on it.
I know not what a... Could you make an honor on someone... what do I know about Noxumbra's honor? Is he like a lawful type of god?
He's chaotic neutral.
Yeah, like, could you, I know, on some other god's honor, make a...
Altio's honor?
Do I know who that god is?
Roll a religion check, mate.
I want to make sure that, on Noxumbra's honor, well, he doesn't have any, so bye.
Pretty much.
I don't know who.
Altio, yeah, you've heard of it. You've heard this name. You're more interested in pillaging and looting at the time, though.
Right. All right, just get it done. I'm laying my trust in you, and if you do this well, there's going to be more business and work for you in the future.
I'm looking forward to it. Right.
Excellent.
Deal?
And I actually will just deal. I shake his hand.
All right. Okay. Well, do you need this book? Indicating the book of Evan Dane's writing. Do you need this book?
Yes. I would like Evan Dane's book, and I'm going to go through some of the papers and basically talk with him about what exactly I need to leave with him. But the more important papers, like the dates and some of those names of people, I want to keep with me. And the ones that are just like whatever, I don't need them that much, I'll leave some of those with him. So he's got what he needs.
Sure. So the pair of you spend a good amount of time just going forth, talking about it, what it is, etc., and really finalizing. So you're there for a little while, sorting this all out. Sam, how are you responding to Derek here's pronouncement that he just murdered some tieflings?
Well, I played out my reaction pretty well, I think. And I'm like, okay, we have to go. Where
I
the
know.
hell did Kyrus go? Do you know? As soon as possible. I don't have anything to do here. I have everything I need on me, and I can go right now.
Well, slow down a bit. It's not like I left them on the portal or anything. I cleaned up, so we won't be discovered quickly, but seeing as we are two roaming thieflings in a town which probably within a week will be under investigation by the College of Mages, it would be best if we leave as soon as we can. But we don't have to stress about it, knowing the time that it takes them to get there. Because I used to be part of that party, so.
Couldn't you have just like talked your way out of it?
I tried, but
what
they wouldn't
use-
listen.
What use are your big muscles, armor, and sword if you cannot intimidate anyone? Holy shit!
Oh, I did.
You did?
But
Well-
they just. One of them was an old cranky thiefling who didn't
Yeah.
want to listen.
Yeah, I met them. I was also at the College of Mages once or twice.
Yeah. So there's that.
Okay.
Just
Well, good
to give
vet.
you the information and the benefits of my previous doubts in trusting you. I think I can trust you now. You've been honest, and now you have something on me as well. So
Well, I'm not sure how good my leverage about you is when I think you will just kill me when I say anything about it. But
I
Uh,
don't think you're incapable of defending yourself. So
I'm not. But where did you bury the bodies?
no, I brought them into the sewers. Back to
Yeah, oh,
one of
bravas.
the other warehouses.
I get that you were pressured for time, but there are progress way to serve better. But
Sorry?
nothing can be done about that, I believe.
I didn't catch that first part.
Well, you were pressed. You didn't have like a lot of options, but our progress deserve better. We should.
Yeah, that's sorry. I'm not. If I kill someone, it's they. In my mind deserves it, and then they lose all right for burials.
You're pretty hardcore. I guess
My mind.
you and Kyrus fit together well, I believe. Hmm. Well, okay.
It's probably about this point where our quite neurotic dwarf
Mhm.
enters the bar. Luinol at this present moment was not around for that conversation. He had disappeared off and was taking care of his friend Corvus, so did not hear anything of what you just said. Okay,
No,
Just-
we were
just to-
alone.
just to make you aware of that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Brown. Let's switch subjects.
Yeah.
I think he's a bit more on the
Yeah.
light side of life.
Yeah. Casual murder is not his forte. He makes a mean omelet though. What was it? What he made us? Some weird shit.
Buffernutter.
Is it French
Grandpa-
toast?
Grandpa's French toast, I believe it was.
Some weird shit, and it was awesome. So, eat food, yeah. Casual murder, no. Well, Braun, are you ready for
Hi.
are you ready for traveling to Elderfan? Or
Uh,
is the-
I believe so. I've taken care of quite a few things I needed to.
No, I don't see
What?
Bron. Sorry. That's...
Sorry. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying.
You're the DM.
I'm the DM playing a character who's not my character. Ah.
Derek here, like, no, make one roll. No, you suck.
I'm trying. No, I believe I have sorted out everything I need to for now. Yes. Yes.
Perfect. Because we have to go as soon as possible.
Okay.
To make sure the little girl is reunited with her family, and to prevent other harm from reaching more people, of course.
Protecting her.
Braun is going to perform an insight check on you
I help him.
with the deception.
I need a deception. Okay. Give me a second. Advantage.
So you do get advantage with the deception check, although it's not going to be too high.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, he doesn't.
A
He
19 or a
believes
6.
you.
I mean, come on.
It's well, that's true. Yeah,
Like-
but yeah, but actually, to be honest, you dropped to 3, right?
Out of the 3, yeah.
You would have still beaten it.
Yay!
You would have
+6
still-
deception.
+6 to his deception check. Yeah, you would have still beaten his insight. So yeah, he doesn't. He believes you.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
I only want the good things in life. To go to good people. Like, I want good things happen to good people. So I'm willing to bring her back to safety.
Okay. Right. Well, there. I can get us a wagon if that's needed. Or how do you want to get there?
Well, our plan was, if I recall, that we make a delivery for your company, and
Yes. And
pose as
that
the
does-
guards.
Right. Yes. That has all been settled. That's ridiculous. Unbelievable. But yes, no, that has all been settled. You want to leave as soon as possible?
Yeah, tomorrow if possible.
I just need to check with Daria. I think that should be possible, though. Yes.
Mhm. Perfect. Kyrus and Luna won't have any problems with that as well. So tomorrow it is.
Okay. Do you know where the no. Meet me at the gate at the east. Sorry, this is me as GM having to get the right compass marking. East gate of Archwall. Meet me there.
Eastgate, Archwall. Perfect. When? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah, let's make 10 bells.
Yeah, that'll do. That's fine.
Perfect. Good.
Right.
You want a beer or an apple juice?
Yeah, apple juice, please. Yes.
Yeah.
Apple juice.
An apple juice for my stunted friend.
I find that's a little bit shortest, if you don't mind.
Okay. An apple juice for my perfectly normal-sized friend.
Thank you. Yes, apple juice, please. And apple juice is brought. Kyrus, you have finally rounded off things with Neo Fett, and Neo has taken the various documents that you have allowed him to use. He does, as everything was made out in the name of William Lewis. You have both agreed that the will should also be made out to William Lewis, not Evan Dane, and therefore he's taken a few documents which actually fully show Evan Dane's writing.
Okay.
And he leaves you to your devices.
All right. Perfect. And I did give him the 40 gold now.
Yep.
Marked off the sheet. One last thing before I leave here. Go back to David and say, hey, David, did you have some kind of a contract in Eldefen? Was there some sort of contract for dealing with Eldefen?
Let me have a look. And he pulls out his little tablet of contacts. I believe. Yeah. I did, but that's been taken.
Oh, what was the contract?
Says here. What was that? Oh yeah, says here. Delivery of something. Yeah, it's delivery of. Jeez, he holds it up to the lights. Oh, my handwriting is bad. Oh yeah, that was it. Delivery black crystal to Mage.
Crystals of Maze. Who was it that took that?
Oh, I can't tell you that, mate.
How do you know if they are able to complete it or not?
I've no idea.
All right. All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right.
And I head out. Go back to the flying turtle.
Sure. All right. You arrive at the moment when Sam, Derek, and Braun have reacquainted themselves and are having a very merry, I'm going to say cautiously, conversation.
All right.
A conversation where everybody keeps his head on his body.
Luinol has also arrived, and you can see Corvus is up in the rafters, busying himself with cleaning his feathers and all that.
Sam, Luinil, I have something for you from our previous dealing. I hand them over both 10 gold pieces.
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
oh, is this the thing?
That's the thing.
Cool. Well, all right. Thanks very much.
You're very welcome. And are we heading out now? We're gonna start taking the night walk.
We head out tomorrow. 10 bells at Eastgate. We meet Brown.
Ah,
Eastgate
excellent.
it was, right?
Yeah. Yes. That's right.
Perfect. And then we head out. And we are going for future endeavors.
Wonderful.
You like tinkering stuff, right?
Ron?
I do. I like to improve things. Yes. Well, what's in improving?
I don't have a special thing right now, but Kyrus and Luinil and we do some our personal business dealings, like the ones we just did and got the money from, and we could need some
Okay.
stuff for that, so we would like to include you.
Okay. Is this in terms of employment?
Relatively.
Kind of, yes. It's the gig economy. So when you have a job, you get paid.
Like a partnership with all of us together as a team.
All of us? Question mark.
Well, do you need money, or do you have an infinite amount of wealth hidden in those big pouches inside your armor?
There are not many pouches inside my armor.
I was muscle, but I was hidden coin pouches. That's my question.
Let's.
I'm not hitting on you, by the way.
Well,
Just...
I think so, and I am not going to give an answer because I am not.
Yeah.
I'm not currently playing Braun, so I'm not going to give an answer to what he would actually say.
That's all right.
But let me think about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next time.
Yeah.
Next time. Yay.
Since you're planning on coming with us, Darakir, you are coming with us tomorrow morning, yes?
Yes.
All right.
Where are we going? South, I heard. But
Eldafen.
Elephant.
Eldafen. Okay.
Small village south.
Yeah, I know.
Perfect.
Weird cult, torturing children. You know, the usual stuff.
Mm-hmm. Been there.
Been there, done that. It's not as fun as it sounds, to be honest.
Our primary mission
Roll an
is...
insight check, Sam. Roll an insight check.
I do roll an insight check. Oh, 21!
Probably done that.
Derek, do you want me to tell him, or would you like me to send a whisper, or do you want him to send a whisper, or do you want yourself to send a whisper?
What do you want to tell?
It's up to you. It's your character.
What does he inside check?
He inside the whole torturing children thing was him inside going, yeah, the way you said been there, done that.
No, I didn't say done that.
Okay.
That were your words.
That was my words. But you did
said been there.
Been there. So, but he was
I
inside
said
checking
been
that.
there, done that.
Yeah, you did. That's true.
You don't have to say anything if you.
No,
you don't.
I'm checking my background story. What I said about.
It could be something in. It could be something that you've done. Who knows?
No, he has definitely been there because of the College of Mages that went there, but that was where he. Yeah, you can definitely see that he's been there.
Okay.
Both of you, by the way, because if it's 17 inside, you can also see that. And that he had. I'm not gonna roll deception for this. Well, I'm going to roll deception for this as well.
Okay.
Because that's what's against that, right?
Yeah.
So you don't
Oh.
see shit.
You just see that all
I
you would
have a
see is
free
that he
voice.
has knowledge.
He has
That
knowledge.
there is definitely experience.
There's definitely something that happened there.
Yeah.
But
He has experienced something of life.
Yes, he has experienced something of life. There is a look that he has that says that actually I have experienced something along those lines.
Mm.
That's it. That's all you're gonna be able to say.
Well,
It's definitely.
we're heading to Elderfin because we do have that young girl we're taking back to her parents to see if her parents are there, actually. So I haven't decided yet if we want to take her with us. But in regards to what business or what kind of teamwork, if we come across any kind of trouble or see some things that could potentially provide us, how's the best way to say this, loot, then as a team, we divide everything evenly.
yeah, seems fair.
Sound good? Looking
Yeah,
at
that seems
Luno
fair.
and Braun.
Luino has already agreed to this.
Right. And
Braun seems seems fair. I think yes.
all right.
If it sort of entertains employment, it seems fair. Yes.
We
We
have
can-
time on our travels to hash out more details and rules and groundworks.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Right.
And we could even say that this initial journey is what would you say, an audition maybe, or not an audition, a tryout, just to see how it
Trial,
goes.
just to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Trial. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Trial. I can do this. Trial.
It's a good trial. Perfect.
Excellent.
Do
Please-
you have an idea?
Please, can
Yep.
you all roll me a perception check? And what's your question?
My question was, wanted to ask Brown how long it would take us to go to Alafan, days-wise.
Okay, cool. I'll answer that for you in a moment once I see all your perception checks.
You also need one from us?
Everyone,
Yeah.
Perception. Okay.
perception.
Nope. Well, 11 is okay.
All right, so Kyrus and Derek, you would definitely see this. Let me just check for Luminal. Perception. Nope, because Science Grounds does not like me today.
Luno's like, what's going on?
Luminal's having fun, but Braun would be able to see it. Okay. So, actually, yeah, the only person who doesn't see this is is actually Luminal. Basically everybody who rolled above a 10. There's a tinkle of the door as it opens up again, and every time the door opens, there's always a slight the conversation dies down a little bit before it starts back up again. And this time the conversation does die down very, very briefly before coming back up again. But you notice, so walking through the door is somebody in the light green and brown robes, and they seem to be looking around for someone.
Do I recognize the personnel walking in?
No, Darika, you wouldn't recognize the personnel, but Kyrus, you do. These are the robes of somebody from the Temple of Kaim,
Okay.
where Malin is currently healing.
I kind
So
of
So you do recognize them.
step to the side, not step to the side, but open myself up so that I am easily seen if I'm the one that they're coming to look for.
All right. It takes you do the guess thing of trying to catch somebody's eye when they're clearly not looking anywhere in your direction, and it gets a little bit frustrating after a while, as they are clearly looking everywhere except at you. But eventually you catch their eye, and they they head over very swiftly to your table, to you. The person you see is is quite a tall, thin elf, with long black hair that you can see just goes beyond their shoulders from what you can see there. You are Kyrus?
I am. You're
Okay.
from the Temple of Maim? Caim?
Yes, I am. I was told that you would be the person to come and talk to if there was anything wrong with Malin, I believe it was.
What's wrong with her?
Dreams, I believe, are the best thing.
She's dead.
She's not dead.
What?
Dreams. She so far up until now, she has been sleeping very soundly, but suddenly she has started screaming and flailing around. We have flailing around in her sleep. We've managed to get her out of sleep so that she's no longer screaming, but she's asking for you. But yes, dreams.
All right.
Obviously a nightmare, but quite severe.
All right. I look to the table and as gentlemen, if you will excuse me for the evening, I will. I'm going to go see to this. If nothing else, I can meet you back here later tonight. Otherwise, I will see you all in the morning at the East Gate.
In the morning at the East Gate. I'm going to retire for the night because I'm pretty beat up.
All right.
I don't know what could happen there.
lovely use of words there.
Yes, of course.
Brawl also says, yeah, I will also retire. Luminol Pipe says, do you want me to come along?
If you'd like to, that'd be fantastic.
I
sure.
will also stick by with you.
All right.
Yeah, sure. Don't know the Kaim, but sure, okay. Okay. And the acolyte, because their robes are not their robes are very, very simple and plain. So clearly not high up within the priesthood of the order. He leads you very swiftly to the temple, and as you enter, there is not a lot of noise, but there's a lot of whispers and a lot of glancing in the direction of where Malin has been sleeping. And certainly it is a little bit more noisy because other patients appear to have been woken by her nightmare, as it were. And that is also happening a little bit. So there are a few cries and calls from people, and it does seem to be that they're trying to get people to settle down. The acolyte leads you very swiftly over to the screen where you can see a priest in full regalia, as it were, of Kaim. Excuse me, well, there's a sneeze coming.
Bless you.
No, it's gone. Thank you. You can see the priest is in their full regalia of green and brown with this very, 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 very simple embroidery around the cuffs of the robe. Ah, Kyrus, yes. Well, he looks.
Take me to it.
He looks at a bit of a loss. I really don't know what to do. And he pulls back the curtain, and you can see Malin. She is upright. She is awake. She's sitting upright in the cot that was provided to her. Cot as in the old word cot, as in for bed, rather than actual, it's bed. In the bed that was provided to her. She's sitting up. She doesn't appear to be hurt or harmed in any way. but as you appear behind the door, she looks up at you, and immediately holds out her arms to you.
I go up and grab her, pick her up.
She immediately, as soon as you do that, the arms. It's almost like a strangle grip around your neck.
Right.
With how hard she grips you around your neck. She's very clearly afraid, and is not saying anything right now.
It's all right, Malin. It's all right. What's going on? What happened? Okay. Take your time. You don't need to say anything now, but when you feel better, I'm here. I'm here. Don't worry. It was just a dream.
Okay. And she that's the chair that was provided for you when you first visited is still there. So,
Perfect.
She eventually starts to sort of calm down a bit, but she's not letting go. But you can very clearly feel from her that she's not letting go. It doesn't take an insight check to figure this one out.
I can't figure it out.
It's not going off me. But yeah, she's clearly not wanting to let go of you right now. But after a little while, she says, "There's big thing in dreams. They said they wanted me. Horrible green eyes. And face was just long and like it was melting. And very scary."
It's all right. It was just a dream. From what she's describing, does it sound like the zombies that we were fighting?
Roll an intelligence check.
Oh.
No, this does not sound like the zombies that you had been fighting. Not at all.
Okay.
Does sound very familiar to certainly the comment of green eyes and long face, long half melting face and teeth. That definitely puts you in mind of a certain character that you fought against a little while ago.
The Evan Dane demon.
That would be a good guess.
All right. What was? Can you tell me what the eyes, this face, this thing was doing? What was it doing to you? Did it say anything to you?
It said it wanted me. I don't know why. It just said it wanted me. It needed me. It trying to reach for me, and I wanted to run, and I wanted to get away from it, and just wanted
of course.
just run away. But it didn't seem to let me go, and I just wanted to leave. I was so surrounded in the dark. I just see this face, these claws. I don't know. It just wanted me. It just wanted me. It just said. It kept saying to me, "I need you. I need you for. I just need you."
All right. As she gets excited, I'm just kind of like rubbing the back of her hair, stroking her hair, kind of like combing it out with my fingers, kind of thing. Just kind of
trying to calm her down. Yeah.
Calm her down.
Mm-hmm.
I look to the priests and I ask them, "You were able to remove every piece from her skin, correct?"
He looks at the girl and looks at you and just gives a gentle nod. I believe we were able to remove, yes.
All right.
Luinor is just watching this. Every piece of what?
Let me. I kind of like point to the, kind of like look to the girl.
Right. Yes. Sorry.
And like I will tell you in a minute, kind of thing. All right. We're going to. Malin.
Hmm?
How would you like to go back home? Go back home to Elderfen. All right. We're going to leave tomorrow. We'll take you with us to Elderfen.
Oh, okay.
All right?
That'll stop the dreams?
I'm hoping we'll be able to help stop the dreams somehow. Maybe getting to your mom and dad will help.
Okay. Okay.
But just know for right now, these are just dreams. All right?
Dreams. Okay.
And remember, inside the dreams, it can't hurt you unless you allow him to hurt you.
Roll a persuasion check.
Please,
This
God,
This is a very young girl, and you're trying to explain something that's a little bit abstract.
Right. Oh,
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Well, we're just going to roll a very quick intelligence check for her. She's got some smarts. She said, okay. Wow. Yeah. She looks at you and gives this sort of understanding nod. That's okay. Yeah. No. They can't hurt me. They can't hurt me.
do you remember that coin I gave you?
Yeah. And she pulls out this very, very small coin.
That coin is magic. That coin will help will help you be brave when you need it. It'll help you be brave inside your dreams. Just keep that with you all the time. And if you have that dream again or a dream similar, just look for that coin and hold it tight and understand that it is going to help you. It's like what they call a talisman. It'll protect you. All right? Just focus on that coin and my word.
I'm not going to make you roll a persuasion check for that or a deception check because technically not true, but I'm not going to make you roll for that because that is beautifully done. So I'm not going to make you roll for it. She clutches that. You can see her clutching the coin more tightly to her. As when you finish explaining about that.
And let's see what we can do. I look to the priests and say, hey, actually, did Braun come with us or no?
No, Braun didn't. Braun
Okay.
retired as well. So it's
All right.
it's just you, Sam, and Lou.
Okay. Can I set you down here on the bed? Did you want to? Did you have dinner yet, or did you want to go play or anything?
No, I've had food. I'm okay. I'm okay.
All right. We're going to go and.
Yeah, carry on.
We're going to go and I'm going to have a talk with my friends here. All of us are going to go to Elderfen. And there's a couple others that are going to join us as well.
Okay.
All right?
Right.
I'll be back. I'm not going to leave you tonight. I'm going to stay here. I'll just be right over there. And I kind of point to the main room.
Okay. Right. And you set her down. She does that thing of not quite wanting to let you go, but does let you go eventually.
Right.
And you sort of you tuck her in, and one of the acolytes approaches. Shall I stay with her for a moment while you?
If you could, please.
Of course. And he just sits down in the chair just across from her. She immediately rolls over and turns her back to him. But seems to be at least a little bit comforted by just the security that you're providing.
Perfect. I go back, so kind of step away, and I motion for Sam and Luenil to come with us. And
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. You were asking Luenil. She was being used by Evan Dane.
Yes, we found her down in the lab, didn't we?
Right, right. She had a lot of the black crystal embedded
Gotcha.
underneath her skin.
Huh.
He was trying to turn her into, I'm assuming, what those zombie things that we'd fought before on the back and forth to the mansion.
Well, clearly didn't succeed.
It did not. And interestingly enough, and I go and I don't bring out the book. I was thinking about doing it, but I don't. I say we discovered from some notes of Evan Dane that no matter what he tried, he could not get it to happen with her. And one of the things he was trying to do with those crystals is siphon their energy to send to his patron, his god. Was he there when we fought it?
Which?
The
Oh,
undead
the
dragon.
yes, he was. I believe he was. I believe he
Okay.
was. I think you all were there actually.
Okay.
I think. I have to look back and
That
forth, but either way.
that thing we fought at the Cloak and Dagger. Do you remember the undead dragon beast thing?
Yes. That
That-
should not have existed.
That was Evan Dane's patron, according to Braun and his other.
Huh.
And that is what she's been dreaming about, what woke her up last night. It's apparently trying to get at her still from its realm.
Hmm. I
Why
think. I think.
her? Do we know why her? Is there she's special or is
She's special somehow. She has a resistance to the black crystal,
Hmm.
but and it mentions something about her life force. And maybe I'm paraphrasing here, but or maybe I'm just adding something, but perhaps it's something that is so strong that it's very, very interesting and intriguing to that beast, and it's something that he wants her for. Probably for the same reason he wanted Evan Dane, was so that he could have his. If I understand it correctly, if I understood, so he could have his be physically manifest here.
Hmm.
If I understand correctly, maybe I'm paraphrasing or insinuating. I'm not sure, but has something to do with her. So I need to protect her. If you are willing to help me, I wouldn't turn it down. But I think she should come with us to.
Well, of course, she needs to go back home. And in Elderfan, maybe we find out more about what was going on, and maybe
Hopefully.
even find a way to protect her. The gods are always trying to meddle in our lives, and we cannot let them succeed so easily.
This is true.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stay here with her for the evening and get everything set up. If you all want to go and start getting packed and get everything together for the journey tomorrow, that'd be fantastic.
I think I'll drink a little bit in the tavern, and I'll be ready tomorrow.
Excellent. Excellent.
That sounds like fun. I'll join you on the drinking then.
Yay! Carousing through the street.
Carousing through the streets. So the two of you head off and have a merry night.
Yeah.
Kyrus, you settle in for a very lonely night, I'm going to say in this regard, but you're comforted in knowing that you are there for the support of somebody else, which is not feeling for you.
Right. One thing I would like to try to do is talk when I have a chance is talk to one of the priests and find out if they actually do have any kind of talisman or anything of that nature that could help protect her dreams.
Mm-hmm. You approach one of the priests and begin describing what you're after. He furrows his brow a bit. Well, dreams are fickle beings, and we don't particularly have a talisman for it. However, if it is a recurring dream, there might be something else underlying the issue. It could be.
Yeah.
It could really be that there is actually this. Did you describe the dream to him? Or
Yes.
just okay?
Yes.
There could be that there is an actual entity that is genuinely trying to get hold of it. In which case, we can provide some protection. Not much, but at least some.
That would be fantastic. Anything that could protect her from evil would be fantastic.
Right.
This being is definitively evil.
You seem sure of this. Okay.
I have personal, first-hand experience with this being.
Right. Well, we do have certain magics available. If you'll give me a moment. He disappears further off. He disappears back into a side room of this very open space that is the temple of Kaim, and after a while comes back with this very, very simple. It can only be described as a vial. It's a sealed vial on both ends, with what looks to be just a simple amount of water, with a little bit of earth, and what looks to be herbs just contained within it. On a cord, just a very simple cord. This is a very small vial of protection against evil. That is costly, though.
Much.
About 500 gold pieces,
All right.
I'm afraid.
What does it do precisely? Is that something that she has to consume?
No, it's not something that she has to consume. It just simply needs to be worn around the neck.
All right. Is there... I don't have that kind of money on me. But we are on our way to Elderfen, so if you have any jobs that need to be done on the way to Elderfen, I'd be more than happy to do that in exchange.
As it happens, yes, I do.
All right?
I have a supply of medicine that needs to be delivered to the small healer that lives in Elderfen. I recently received a message from her that quite a lot of her supplies had recently run low. She didn't give any reason why, but she requires replacement. So if you would be very kind as to deliver this medicine to them, I'd be most welcome. I know it seems like a very trivial thing, but the medicine from Kaim is actually very sought after.
Excellent. I believe you. And this would be an even trade?
Indeed.
How much is it? I need to determine what I'll need for the travel.
If you'll follow me, and he leads you to what can only be described as a storeroom within this temple. Shows you in and points out one box. This box you realise to be completely full of healing potions.
How big is it?
It is a. You're asking me now. It is a 6 foot by. It's a 5 foot by 3 foot crate. And it's big. Yeah, it's big. But you also see that it's not deep, but it's wide in order to accommodate all the vials. And you see that there are a lot of healing potions within this crate. If you were to add up the amount of wealth that is currently within this crate, you have an even trade.
All right. All right. I go and pick it up. How heavy is it?
It's pretty heavy. It's pretty
All
heavy.
right.
You wouldn't want to walk long distances with it.
No.
You
We'll
you
need
can
a
definitely
cart.
carry it, but it's going to be you wouldn't want to walk with it.
All right. Do you have another box we can place this inside of?
I
If not, don't worry about it. I'll see what I can find.
No, I don't believe we do.
All right.
What are you thinking?
Just some extra protection, just to make sure that you put it inside there. Maybe some straw so it doesn't bounce around and break.
No, yes, of course. No, we will make it ready for transport.
All right.
We will
All
make
right.
it ready for transport, but it is this box.
All right. Just to Elderfen.
Just to Elderfen, yes.
How long is that journey from here? Is that 2 weeks?
I believe it is about a 2-week journey, depending on the route you take, of course.
All right.
If you are flying there, then it is about 3 days, but that's flying, and I don't know if you're able to fly.
I am not able to fly.
Then you're looking about 2 weeks journey.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. May I give this to her now?
Yes.
Talisman.
Yes,
Thank you.
you can. We know where to contact you, and at least if you give this to her now, she's not leaving until tomorrow, when you will also leave with the crate. Correct?
Yes. She will be coming with us, yes.
Oh, okay, right. Fine. Yeah, and yes, you can give this to her now.
Perfect. All right. Go over to see her.
She has fallen back asleep, but you can see that she's just gently twitching underneath the bed, and she's seems to be murmuring underneath her breath.
I go and I take the little necklace talisman thing and put it around her neck. And
Roll a sleight of hand, because she is curled up in a fetal position underneath the duvet.
Oh.
You go to
Almost dead.
almost, but unfortunately no. You go to try and slip the noose, the necklace around her neck, but as you go to do it, but you gently move her head slightly, and that's and she wakes up from this.
It's all right, Malin.
Oh.
Here, I've got something for you. It's a pretty little necklace.
Okay. Why's it got dirt in it?
That is dirt that has been hollowed. I don't know. It's just something I thought was pretty. Doesn't it look nice that the dirt, how it swirls around inside the water, though? Isn't that pretty?
It's cool. It's cool.
It's cool.
Oh.
That's I bought
Thank
that
you.
for you.
Oh, you did?
I did. I bought that for you, so that's a gift. And it would mean so much for me if you were to wear that gift at all the time.
Okay. Why?
Because I think it's going to be pretty on you. If you don't like it, you can tuck it underneath your tunic, your shirt.
Okay. And she tucks it underneath her tunic.
I go, that's probably better anyway. And I go, I want to make sure that it's all nice and tight and it's not going to be too loose where it can fall off or anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And you can as you were doing that, and she's tucking it underneath her tunic. You notice that her right hand is clenched, whereas her left hand is open.
All right. So I just go and let her know, go back to sleep now, Malin. You can go back to sleep, and I just kind of sit on the bed with her and just try to sing her, hum a little shanties, gently sing a shanty to her, like a bedtime story song.
Sure. That she falls asleep extremely quickly, very
Okay.
quickly.
I stay there the night.
And as you spend there whole night, you notice that she is no longer twitching.
Perfect.
And the acolyte
Yay,
the
something
acolyte
worked
said,
out.
"It worked, yeah." The acolyte who had appeared obviously gave you your space. The following morning dawns with many of you having had a lovely, wonderful night's rest to work out those aches and creaks and groans from sore muscles and possibly sore heads. One of you definitely didn't really have a very good night at all because you spent most of it probably awake, keeping an eye on a little girl. But yes, the five of you all awake. Is there anything that the three of you would like to do before you will depart on your journey?
I just let everybody know that we've got another delivery to make to Elderfen, but it's going to go along with everything else that Braun has to take.
No.
We already have a cart, right?
Yes, you do.
We do
Yeah.
a cut yet. Well, I'm ready to go. I'm raring to go, actually. I want to leave the city ASAP.
I'm ready to go too.
Let's score
make
some
it
food
go.
for the way and let's go.
All right.
Alrighty. You score all the food that you need. When you arrive at the east gate, Braun is there waiting with a cart of a fairly empty cart, but it does have some supplies in there for food and all that. So whatever else you decide to bring will be obviously extra. And Kyrus, you have obviously retrieved Malin and the crates from Kaim and brought them to the east gate, where the five of you load up onto the wagon and set off on the road down and away from Archwall. Huzzah! You are making your way into the world. This makes me happy.
We are leaving
Oh,
this
I
town.
forgot something. Let's spend another 6 days here in Archwall first.
No, you shall not.
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
You are leaving. The journey does take a little while, and for the moment is uneventful. You taking the east gate, you find yourselves eventually in the half-walled city of Dutchester. Catch a transport ferry, which does cost one of you 2 gold in order to transport cart and everything across. So whoever is going to pay that, please pay that.
I just pay it. I pay it.
Sure, fine. All right.
I think Braun should pay it because he's got the cart. No, he isn't.
And you are transported across the wide river, the wide sort of sea channel between this separated island and the hegemony itself, to Catchester. This is obviously one of the chesters of this area, and proceed to make your way
I haven't
along.
been here yet.
Yeah, this is actually very true. You have not been here. Although, even though you haven't been here, Darakir, you also realize very quickly that this place is.
Oh, Derek here might have been here, but I have as a character haven't been here.
That's true, actually. Yes, no, you haven't. But it is not. It's remarkable in the fact that it seems to be a split city. When you actually look at the layout of Dutchester and then you look at the layout of Catchester, it seems to be just one big circle, except divided by this large sea channel. And both sides are walled. Certainly from the landward side, as well as also some very, very heavily armed parapets on the actual sea side of the channel.
Okay.
The ferry across is uneventful. And you can see that this sea channel is very busy with ferries. It does take a little while to cross, and you eventually find yourselves on the other side of Catchester, which is also equally about as remarkable as Dutchester is, in that they seem to be thoroughfare towns where trade goes through constantly. It's a very busy town, but a busy town in terms of transport. And before long, you leave Catchester by the only route out, heading slightly eastward before you take a turn at a small sleepy town on the coast. In order to proceed south through the gloaming forest. And
Okay.
I think that is actually. I know we are going to stop very early, but I think that actually is going to be a good place to stop for tonight,
All right.
as you
Well,
begin on your journey.
if we could, before we go, if we could have like a little bit of conversation.
Go ahead.
So, gentlemen,
Mhm.
you know that I have taken contracts before with the Temple of Noxombra to make some extra cash. And I went to double check and see if there were any contracts, since we're heading to Elderfen, either in Elderfen or on the way to Elderfen. And there was one, but it was already taken by someone else. I don't know who picked up this contract,
Mhm.
but my contact did reveal that what the contract was taking some, I'm assuming, was the black crystal to a mage in Elderfen.
Mm.
I don't know specifics. I am taking much into assumption here, but knowing you two,
Mr. DM.
and
Yes.
Derek here,
Would I know mages in Elderfen? I would.
Roll a history check.
Ooh.
Nope.
Nope.
Definitely
Nope.
not.
I
Not-
would, but yeah.
Well, you know
Considering
that.
my backstory.
Consider your backstory. You know that there are mages, and the most you know is that there's a mage there. That's it. Or rather,
Okay.
you've just been told there's a mage there. Okay, cool. As to who it is and what they do
I
or
know.
whatever research they do, not a clue. And also something that you probably weren't interested in learning at the time,
Apparently.
apparently, according to Dice Roll.
No, I know there's a mage there, but how he's called and... Nope. No clue.
Nope. Okay.
all right. But I mean, just so you know, I have some theories about how and why someone was brought here, and I kind of look towards Malin, and I lower my voice a little bit as I go to talk to him, like, and she's playing with something. I say, be ready for the possibility that she was not not just taken against her will or her parents' will. It might have been something that was done on purpose if it was about the black crystal and the mage's tower.
Well, it's an interesting story. If you say that the Black Crystal is involved, then the College of Mages is definitely involved. And knowing my own background and knowing Elderfen, I match his voice, by the way, in
Sure. Yeah.
how hard I'm talking. It's quite possible that that what you assume has happened. I would even take it a step further and say that her parents are, if I hear your story, probably not there anymore.
Let's pray that they are, though.
I haven't been in Elderfen for some time, but well, let's just say that the time I was there, I was not. I've learned a lot about College of Mages back then, and that's also the moment that I decided that I didn't want to work for them anymore. So be very aware that if you go in there, you have a very, very big chance that you will get into a fight with the College of Mages, and that will lead to the fact that you have to, and that's not a choice, have to kill them.
I honestly have no issues with that if I need to.
I'm just saying.
I would love if we could convince our tiefling brothers for dropping their weapons against or drawing their weapons against the mages and not against us, but
Yeah.
I'll do what needs to be done. And if I can be a thorn in the side of the mages, I'll do it happily with a laugh on my face.
I'll let you know, any large group or organization such as the Mages, in my history, It's always been a delight fucking up their plans.
Always that. Well, also maybe a reason why I cannot go to Nothics and to Stanton, but we'll find. So it's still fun. It was fun. It's worth it.
Good. Derek here, I have one more thing I'd like to ask you. When we first met you, it was in the forest around the mansion. Do you recall?
Yes.
Is it because of your business with the mages and the black crystal that led you to the mansion?
Now I have to dig in my brain what led me to the mansion. Mr. DM, what led me to the mansion?
It was because that you heard a rumor of you heard a rumor,
It
or
was
you
zombies,
would.
right?
It was the zombies, and also that there seemed to be some research with regards to there was something going on in terms of mage work there. It was research, and it was a rumor that you heard that this mansion had sprung up and was possibly magical in some form. That's when you came across the zombies.
Yeah, this is mostly to do with the zombies, the undeads, and the thing we fought later that same day.
Right.
That brought me there. It might have had something to do with the mages because of the magic around it,
Right.
and that's usually connected to the mages. But this didn't seem to be so.
I don't know if you had been here when we discussed this or not, but I will then also, Derek here, relay to you the information from what we had originally found with Evan Dane and the little girl with the black crystals being embedded in them and all that information.
I was there.
Yeah. Were you there when
I was the
found
one
her?
that sat there as black crystal and put into her because I knew that they do that to children.
Oh yeah, I remember that. But that it was from Evan Dane who owned the house. Did we talk about that? And he was doing all those experiments up there. Did we talk about that?
By mention, but not.
I don't think you talked about it. You might have mentioned it of that, and as to the resistance of it, I don't think you mentioned that at all. So that would be news to you, Derek. Here, that there was a person that actually was resistant to black crystal.
Okay,
Which
yeah,
to you,
and I relate that. I do relate that too. Yeah.
Which to you,
That's
Derek,
true.
here is just that's rubbish. That can't be the case. Black crystal is something that really does siphon your soul. But this person, if you don't know why, but they seem to be very insistent that this little girl who you see playing there on the side is resistant to black crystal. And you can see the scars on her arms.
You're saying she's resistant to the effects of black crystal.
That's what it seems to be. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. How much have you given to her?
I haven't given her any of the black crystal. I go and I I'm assuming that she's in the cart, and we don't necessarily have to be in the cart. We could be walking next to it.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Or she can just be playing alongside as the card is
It's
just
a
gently moving
huge
along.
card, you know.
It's
She's in the
a
back,
big
we're in
card.
the front,
It's a big card. You can be easily in separate from her easily.
So I'll go and I'll say, this is all in regards to the partnership that I was talking about before, being open with each other when we need to be. Obviously, we all have our own history. We all have our history. We don't need to be completely upfront about where we came from completely, unless it could potentially cause an issue, and in which case, I would say that would be as a need to know type of deal, if that makes sense to all of you.
Sure.
And so, being open, I pull out Evan Dane's book, the diary, the journal, and I give that to Derek. This is where we got all that information from. And I say, read this, and you'll be caught up as well. I think, Sam, you've read it before, haven't you? You were there with us when we were reading it?
I have skimmed through it, yes.
Okay.
I believe you even found it. I think you were the one that found it
found it.
originally.
Skipping through the book, Mr. DM, is there anything in this that's necessarily shocking or new for me?
It confirms everything. It confirms everything that was told to you, and even confirms about the idea that this creature was Malin was resistant. There was no mention as the name of this child, but it was mentioned as this. You also do find the name of the mage whom William was first my brain just froze up. You find the name of the mage who William first started doing research with before they eventually had a falling out. And the mage's name was Mage Bersiach, which is spelled Bairseach.
Ho 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 ho.
Yeah.
Ho.
Yeah.
B-A-I-R
Seach.
S-E-A-C-H.
If you- It's an Irish name. It's an Irish name,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
sure.
Bersiach. If you wish, you can roll a history check with advantage because of your very close ties with college and mages.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
You know that this mage was he had ideas about Black Crystal, and was as a result
Yes,
shunned.
can you be any more cryptic?
Give me a moment, please. Give me a
sorry, your brain froze.
moment. He was shunned for his research into Black Crystal, and was ousted from working at Fall. This was slightly before your time, but you knew this from the stories that the other tiefling families told you about this particular mage, and he was ousted but was not killed. This is possibly the worst result for a mage, is to basically be ousted from the family that would bring them up and teach them and everything. As it happens,
basically what you're saying is that this one went even further than the mages I knew.
yes.
Mhm.
Yes, and clearly has still continued his research to this day. In this regard, the actual implementation of the crystal within people, trying to do something or find out what results that brought. But yes, he was regarded as a bit of a nut job, and that's saying something for mages.
Is that the same mage that is in Farrellin? What is it?
Ferlin?
What? Elderfan?
Elderfen. Sorry.
You can infer that this is the same person, because that's
They don't know this, right?
they have glanced through the diary, but didn't find
but
that bit.
all this information.
Oh, all the information that you now currently have? No, you just have that.
Okay. And can they also tell that he's the one that's there, or can just I?
I think that's just
don't
you
know,
that knows that it's the same
you-
mage.
You know the mage. They just know that he's there.
Yeah, but can I now know that this is this mage that's probably there? Or can we all know that?
I don't understand your question.
That this is the Kyrus just asked the question, can we defer now that this is the mage that is an Elderfen?
Yes.
And you say yes, but is that for the entire party, or is that only for me that can?
Oh,
defer
that would be for the entire party. As the background of this mage, only you would have that information as to what he was up to.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so the mage
and to his
that is
history.
talked about inside the diary, we know is an Elderfen, but all
Yeah.
the extra information about that mage's
It's
history.
that's all
you know.
Darike. That's all Darike.
Yeah. Got you. Okay.
Well, at least now we know who is in Elderfen.
Right?
Okay.
And that's all I say after this entire story.
Okay.
I love this game. It's amazing.
You're muted.
You're muted, mate.
What? I cannot hear that.
That's cool.
Say
Um,
it again.
So this would definitely be a mage. I am guessing that you each would be fine with killing if need be. Yes.
He's a mage. I don't know him. Yes.
If
Uh,
not need be, yes.
Well, can we
And
just at least
encounter him, yes.
can we at least talk to him
When
first
seeing
and,
him
and
walking
maybe
down the street, yes.
can maybe talk to him and find out what's going on?
No.
Don't have to
No,
kill
you
every.
don't, no.
What?
No. Take it from me, you
Really
don't want to
don't.
talk to this one. This is the one that put crystal into her.
Oh,
You
Yes.
don't want to talk to this one.
I want to talk to him. I want to find out more stuff. But
Mm.
after that, we can kill him.
Okay. You do that,
Yes.
then I'll come up and clean the mess
Yes.
If you want
he
to
made
do
out
that,
of you.
A good
then I don't have
idea.
to sharpen my swords. Beheading
good-
people always gets them dull.
A good idea to make all of us happy. Sam, Derek here, Braun. We can talk to
And
them. And Luno.
Alone.
We can
It's also
talk to
fair.
But
them
he's a fairy, he's always happy.
to get.
it's
We
true.
can talk to them
It's
to
true.
get information that we need, and then if they are, as most true villains are, decide to what is it called?
Kill us?
Monologue their evil plans.
Mhm.
We'll let them talk, and then we'll kill them afterward. Intelligence is always key. To gather it, that is.
I'm not that intelligent, so.
Well, we shall strive to make that, fix that about yourself. I have flaws I need to fix. You have flaws you need to fix. We can work
Is
as a
the lack
team.
of
here.
intelligence really a flaw?
The only thing I'm going to say about this is that talk to him all you want. Whilst you do that, I'll stand way back so he won't see me.
Perfect. All right.
Alrighty, and I think that is a good point to end the session this evening. We're leaving! Ha! Amazing!
So, to continue the conversation.
Oh shit, I lost something in Archwall. Shit.
Yeah, too late now.
Go back.
It's gonna have to stay there until you go back.
No, it's really, really important for my character. I need it.
Yeah, sure. Then I can get my masked man to deliver to you.
Ah, wonderful.
I hope you guys enjoyed that
Yes.
today.
I did. Sorry if I was spaced out a lot. I still have not recovered
worries,
from
mate.
the heat of the last week.
It's not a problem, mate. I fully understand what you're talking about. I actually had to cancel Thursday's session because I couldn't cope with the heat.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So I get it's not a problem. No issues there.
Yeah.
Some of us are not cold-blooded. Thank you very much, Eric. Anyways,
I'm not cold-blooded.
we're gonna do a round robin here of just memorable moments. Starting with Kyrus. A memorable moment, please, sir, if you have one.
Memorable notes.
Moment, yeah.
Actually, just all of these long weeks of planning and going around and doing our own things, finally getting to the culmination of jumping into the
Finally
most of
getting
the main
somewhere.
story. Yeah,
Yes.
right. I thought we were getting someplace everywhere else. So there's just a lot of backstory and things that we were trying to build and get going. I love all that. Believe me.
Go into each
I love
other's
it.
hearts.
I will.
Right.
I will say this. You guys are now what are we? Level 5 for that. So finally at the moment. So yes, I would say that you can all level up from this.
So, note to the party: if we give the DM what he wants, he gives us levels.
Shocking, isn't it?
Sure.
Shocking.
I got one more thing for you, really, really quick, before you
Yeah, no
move to
worries.
somebody else. Why did the min maxer run to the bathroom?
Because he had to pee.
He had to dump stat.
Well,
Thank you. I'm done.
and I thought I
Good night,
did make
folks.
the worst joke. of
Yes,
the day.
moving
My
on,
12
moving
months.
on,
Like,
moving on. Sam, do you have a memorable moment?
I am so glad that the other tiefling in the group turns out not to be a slave to the system and actually will not sell me out to my enemies.
Yay!
Yay!
A little bit of trust.
Woo! I have found a friend.
Well, we'll see about that. And
He's
Derek here.
terrifying.
Derek here, did you
Yes.
have a memorable moment today?
Well, that's really regards to the thing just said that I had to go out of character to make sure that I wasn't creating another separate story.
No, I was. It would have been okay if
It was really a memorable
It would have
moment.
been. It would have been allowed.
I also as DM, I also as GM was also a little bit like, oh, please don't do this, please don't do this, please don't do this.
No, that was really. I really didn't want to go that way, so I probably would have chopped your head off.
Oh yeah,
Well, I
probably.
wouldn't have let you. So.
Yeah.
Mm,
Mm,
that's gonna be a fight for later on, shall we
No,
say?
but the thing is, I really didn't want to go into that part again to make.
Mhm. Yeah,
That's
no, of
also
course.
what I said before I created this one, that I'm okay with doing it this time, but I'm not going to do it another
No,
time.
no, no,
I
you
really
wouldn't want to do it. No, that wouldn't be us.
created this character as dark as he is, provided by your party.
Absolutely.
I
And
will try to be
he's-
a positive influence.
He's an interesting character. He's a very interesting character. I like Derek here. He very much plays to a darker side of my soul, and I love it. So it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to this. Anyways, we're gonna go and we're gonna raid somebody. I see that Captain Robert is online, so we're gonna go and raid them. They are playing some Dungeons and Dragons. So go and say hi to them. Say some love, say some follows, and all that kind of wonderful stuff. So say hi to them. As I said, just a quick reminder. Reminder. It's very easy for me to say. It's a quick reminder for all of you. There will be no streams at all next week because I will be in Manchester. But we will be back
Damn it,
to.
Ed.
I know. I have other things in life. It's horrible. I know.
How dare you?
Shocking.
Drop
but-
everything. We are more important.
Dungeons and Dragons. But we will be back the following week with hopefully back to a normal schedule as the summer holidays will be up, and so back to normal planning, etc. But anyways,
People,
thank you so
See-
much for joining us.
folks, this is why you need to tell all your friends about this stream and get everyone to subscribe. Because the more that happens, the more he will lean towards making this an every week thing, nonstop.
I would dearly love that. I would genuinely dearly love to turn this into my job, but unfortunately I gotta keep the lights on, so I can't. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me this evening. I hope you enjoyed the session today. I'm having to do this very quickly. Do take care of yourselves, love each other, love yourselves as much as you can, and we'll see you next stream. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, everybody.